Anthony writes, hello, everybody. Love everything you all do. Why do video game movies generally go for live action instead of full CGI? Most of the CGI cutscenes in big title video games are amazing, like Halo, World of Warcraft, etc. Wouldn't it give them more freedom and flexibility? Just wanted your take on it. Thanks, and keep up the great work.
Money. They don't feel like a big enough audience will come and watch a full CGI movie because they actually tried it already with Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they came out, was it the late 90s or early 2000s? And I think it cost like $137 million to make. And it only made $32 million in the US, 85 worldwide. So it's a risk that studios don't want to take, because... yeah, I don't think a big audience would come and see it. I mean, maybe in the future, now that like video games are more prevalent, but I just don't see it, Mark.
I would love to see it happen. I think it will happen one day because Final Fantasy it was a well-known video game, but I don't think that was the one to transcend to a mass audience. Even something like Halo, I think, could be the one to do that. World of Warcraft, that ship's already sailed because Duncan Jones, I think, is going to do a phenomenal job with that. When I saw the Star Wars Battlefront trailer at Star Wars Celebration, I was like, just make this movie like this. This is awesome. This is how you can do this. So I don't know you're ever going to see it in the Star Wars universe because, they're kind of good at making those movies, but Halo is such an intriguing premise. Maybe this is the way to do it. When you see that stuff going forward, it looks so good now.
Amiris?
Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on it. I just think the answer nowadays is the blending of both. And I think that when you have too much CGI, in this kind of context, it actually would work out because you want to lose yourself in this world with all the crazy and magical qualities and the rich landscapes that are in video games. That's why we love them. We get lost in there. And so in that context, I think it'd be good. But in terms of the audience nowadays, I just think that, live practical effects with CGI when you need it, like Portal is another game that would actually be really cool with just showing both sides of that. So I think that it could be done if done really well. You brought up a really good example. But I just think that audiences get a little tired of just CGI nowadays. They want both. And there's a little more, I don't know, it's more daring to do live and practical effects with the combination of it to really enhance the experience for the user. So I think it will be done, but I think we want both, or at least I do. I'm speaking for myself.
I think studios just have these boxes that they place people in where it's like, well, okay, we're going to do live action, and that's how you do action films. That's how you do adventure films. And then animated films, those are more for kids. Yeah. So you cast great voiceover talent, but it's in an animated movie because we know that kids are going to want to bring their parents, and parents are going to take their kids to go see this stuff. So they don't think that it's going to cross over because, like, if you're going to make a Halo movie, the first thing you would think is, who are they going to cast as Master Chief, or who's going to be playing these characters? What big box office star are you bringing to the table? And if it's all CGI, then it's merely a voiceover.
Yeah.
And so it's harder to sell that, but I think it can work. So somebody out there, try it. I want to see a Halo movie really bad.
Yeah, and you're not targeting the kids anymore, which cuts off a bunch of people who can actually see it. Let's say a Halo movie comes out, that's got to be PG-13, I'm thinking.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're making basically an adult animated movie, which I don't know if you can bring in. Let's say it costs over $100 million to make. Are you going to make $100 million or more?
I mean, I'll pay.
Okay.
I'll do what I can.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'll totally pay.